Suddenly, what once felt effortless began to demand more energy. No sharp pain, no dramatic warning. Just a quiet realization your body isn't as resilient as it used to be. Most people chalk it up to aging. But what if that's only part of the truth? What if the real culprit behind your diminishing strength is a subtle, everyday behavior, so common, so routine, that you don't even realize it's slowly eroding your muscle power? By the time the signs become obvious, you may already feel fatigued, stiff, or increasingly reliant on others. If you're over 50, or simply determined to maintain your strength as the years pass, now is the perfect time to subscribe to this channel. At Senior Fit, we deliver weekly wellness strategies to help you preserve your muscle mass, enhance your balance, and safeguard your independence, regardless of age. Because you were never meant to simply survive with weakness. You were designed to live vibrantly, with strength, energy, and purpose. The truth is, what's happening to your body might not be just aging. It could be sarcopenia, a medical condition marked by the gradual loss of muscle tissue after midlife. Sarcopenia doesn't arrive with fanfare. It's not loud. It's not sudden. It creeps in quietly. Strength declines. Balance wavers. Everyday tasks, lifting groceries, getting out of bed, climbing stairs, begin to feel more burdensome. And yet, most people remain unaware until it's too late. A study published in The Lancet Public Health revealed that over 30% of adults over 60 already show signs of sarcopenia without even realizing it. Why? Because the damage is silent, not sudden. But here's the empowering news. Sarcopenia can be slowed down and even reversed. And the first step? Becoming aware of the daily habits that are quietly sabotaging your strength. In this video, we're counting down the 10 most damaging habits that slowly strip away your muscle power. Some of them might surprise you. Let's start with habit number 1, a routine behavior that many older adults believe is healthy. Habit 10, consuming refined sugar daily. We all know sugar isn't exactly a health food. Most people associate it with diabetes or weight gain. But rarely do we talk about its destructive effects on muscle health. Here's what happens behind the scenes. When you eat processed foods like soda, candy, cookies, white bread, or packaged snacks, your blood sugar spikes. In response, your body produces insulin. But over time, elevated insulin levels lead to chronic internal inflammation, a silent fire that impairs your body's ability to repair and regenerate muscle tissue. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition discovered that excess sugar intake suppresses muscle protein synthesis. Translation: even if you walk or exercise regularly, your muscles may struggle to recover or grow because sugar is disrupting the rebuilding process. And it gets worse. Sugar also fuels oxidative stress, a kind of internal rusting that unleashes free radicals, damaging healthy muscle cells at a microscopic level. The result? Faster fatigue, slower recovery, and reduced strength, even if you're staying active. What's most dangerous is how sugar hides in plain sight. Not just in candy or desserts, but in fruit juices, breakfast cereals, flavored yogurts, salad dressings, low-fat snacks, and even bread. You might avoid sweets altogether and still be overloading your system. So what can you do? Read food labels closely. Look for ingredients like glucose, high fructose corn syrup, maltodextrin, or cane juice. Swap sugary snacks for fruits like apples, berries, or pears. Use cinnamon or vanilla extract instead of sugar in oatmeal or coffee. Choose unsweetened yogurt, whole grains, and natural sweeteners like dates or honey in moderation. Even small, mindful changes can reduce inflammation, support recovery, and strengthen your muscles over time. Because sugar doesn't just sabotage your blood, it affects your strength, your stability, and your freedom. And that brings us to habit number 9. Something even simpler, something so basic, yet so commonly neglected. Habit number 9, not drinking enough water. It may sound trivial, but its effects are anything but. One of the most overlooked, yet dangerous habits among older adults. You might think, I drink tea, I have juice with lunch, I'm not thirsty, so I must be fine. But here's the reality. Your muscles are composed of nearly 75% water, and when your body doesn't receive enough hydration, your muscles are among the first to suffer. Without adequate water intake, your muscles become less flexible, more prone to cramps, slower to recover, and feel stiff or weak, even after minimal activity. And if your main sources of fluids are coffee, tea, or soda throughout the day, you may actually be dehydrating yourself further. Why? Because caffeine and sugary drinks act as diuretics, pulling more water out of your system rather than replenishing it. Here's something else to consider. When you're dehydrated, blood circulation slows down. That means your muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients, making it harder for them to function, repair, or grow. If you've ever experienced muscle tightness, fatigue, or even lightheadedness after sitting or walking, dehydration may be a contributing factor. So how much water is enough? Most older adults should aim for 6 to 8 glasses of clean water per day. And more if you live in a hot climate, take certain medications, or lead an active lifestyle. But here's the key. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. By the time thirst kicks in, your body is already operating in a deficit, and your muscles are already struggling. Here are a few simple tips to stay ahead. Start your morning with a glass of water before coffee or tea. Drink a small glass before each meal. Keep a water bottle with you and sip throughout the day. Add slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint to make water more enjoyable. Eat hydration-rich foods like watermelon, oranges, and cucumbers. Hydration isn't just about preventing cramps. It's about supporting circulation, preserving mobility, and enhancing muscle recovery. Water may seem simple, but for your muscles, it's fuel. And without it, your body begins to break down. Habit 8. Neglecting strength exercises. We often associate strength training with gyms, heavy weights, or young athletes pumping iron. And for many older adults, that image can feel intimidating, even painful. But here's what you need to know. The older you get, the more vital strength training becomes. Starting around age 30, your body begins to lose muscle, 3 to 5% per decade. And after 60, that rate can double unless you actively work to preserve it. When we stop using our muscles, they begin to shrink silently. Then one day, simple tasks feel hard. You struggle to carry a laundry basket, need help getting up from a chair, or feel unsteady climbing stairs. But here's the good news. You can stop and even reverse this process. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that just 2 30-minute strength sessions per week can help older adults rebuild muscle, improve balance and posture, and reduce fall risk. And no, you don't need to join a gym. Strength training can be simple, safe, and done from home. Lifting small water bottles, standing up and sitting down from a chair without using your hands, wall push-ups, resistance band stretches, holding a standing position for 10 seconds. The goal is gentle resistance, just enough to send your body a message. These muscles are still needed. Don't let them go. You don't have to do a lot, but you do need to do something. Even 10 minutes a day can make a meaningful difference. Start slow. Breathe deeply. Focus on control, not speed. And if you're unsure where to begin, we've created step-by-step videos right here on Senior Fit to walk you through it. Because strength isn't about lifting heavy, it's about keeping your independence. And when you use your muscles, even just a little, they will rise to the occasion. Habit number 7. Eating foods that quietly harm your muscles. You might be doing many things right, moving your body, staying hydrated, even squeezing in a little exercise. But if your plate is filled with the wrong kinds of food, your muscles might still be suffering. What you eat matters just as much as how you move. Some foods look harmless. They taste good. They're convenient. They may even carry a healthy label. But over time, they increase inflammation, weaken muscle fibers, and slow down your recovery. Coming up next, we'll take a closer look at the top foods silently damaging your muscles and what to eat instead to support strength, recovery, and longevity. Habit 7. Eating foods that quietly sabotage your muscle health. You might be staying active, stretching, even exercising lightly. But if your plate is loaded with the wrong foods, your muscles could still be suffering in silence. Here are some of the worst offenders when it comes to weakening muscle health. Sugary soft drinks, high in sugar, zero in nutrients. They spike inflammation and interfere with muscle repair. Processed meats, deli slices, sausages, and ham often contain preservatives that damage both muscle and heart health. White bread and refined flours. Stripped of nutrients and fiber, they elevate blood sugar quickly but offer no real fuel for muscle function. Fried and fast foods loaded with unhealthy fats that slow recovery and impair muscle performance. Packaged snacks and chips filled with sodium and artificial additives that lead to water retention, bloating, and fatigue. Sweets and pastries. These spike your insulin, then crash your energy and disrupt the hormones your body uses to build muscle. Excess alcohol blocks nutrient absorption, dehydrates your body, and slowly erodes muscle strength. Energy drinks and strong caffeine can overstimulate your system, robbing you of quality sleep and slowing your muscle recovery. Artificial sweeteners may interfere with gut health, digestion, and the absorption of essential nutrients. Overly salted canned foods, excess sodium, draws water out of your muscles, making them stiff, sore, and more prone to cramping. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love, but it's time to be aware. Everything you put on your plate is either fueling your muscles or quietly wearing them down. So what can you do? Start with simple swaps. Replace white bread with whole grains. Swap sugary sodas for water or herbal tea. Choose lean meats, fish or legumes over processed cold cuts. Add more vegetables, nuts, seeds, and anti-inflammatory foods like olive oil, turmeric, or berries. Even small changes can make a big difference over time. Your body is always working to repair and protect itself, but without the right fuel, it simply can't do its job. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be a little better than yesterday. Habit number 6: overusing painkillers and anti-inflammatory medications. For many older adults, this next habit feels normal, even harmless. You feel sore, stiff, or achy, so you reach for a pill. Ibuprofen, acetaminophen, maybe something stronger. And because it helps, you do it again the next day, and the next. But here's the hidden danger. Frequent use of these medications can interfere with how your muscles heal, rebuild, and stay strong. Every time you move, whether you walk, stretch, or exercise, your muscles develop micro tears. This is completely normal. It's part of how your body gets stronger. In response, your body sends a gentle, natural wave of inflammation to repair and rebuild the muscle tissue. But when you regularly take anti-inflammatory drugs, you interrupt this healing process. Your body never gets the signal to rebuild. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that long-term use of NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, can suppress muscle protein synthesis, the very mechanism your body relies on to stay strong. And that's not the only concern. Overuse of painkillers can also strain your liver and kidneys, which are vital for nutrient absorption. Irritate your stomach lining, disrupting digestion. Block the uptake of essential vitamins and minerals, especially those needed for muscle repair. So while the pill may ease pain today, it may quietly be weakening your strength tomorrow. This doesn't mean you should never use pain relief. After surgery, injury, or for managing chronic conditions, it can be necessary. But if it's become your daily habit, it's time to pause and ask, is this truly helping me heal, or is it just helping me hide something deeper? Here are some gentler, muscle-friendly alternatives to consider. A warm compress or Epsom salt bath, gentle walking or stretching, anti-inflammatory foods like ginger, turmeric, and omega-3, rich fish, mindfulness, deep breathing, or relaxation techniques, staying well hydrated to support joint and muscle health. Of course, always consult your doctor before changing any medication regimen. But remember this, your body has the wisdom to heal if you give it the chance. Sometimes the goal isn't to silence the pain. It's to listen to what that pain is trying to tell you.